In today's video, I will be showing you how to make cake pops for your events. So stay tuned and follow the steps and you are going to enjoy it, and I bet you're going to do it for your next event. See ya! So before, I had baked an 8-inch milk flavored cake, and I just took that out and I started to crumble the cake. Like, I wanted it to really feel crumbled. So just using my hands, I scattered the cake. So once this was done, I pressed over it, just playing with it to make sure everything is completely smashed. Then I had some ganache that I had kept, so I used ganache. You can use buttercream as well, so I had ganache, so I went ahead and I used the ganache. I put it in the crumbled cake and I realized that it was still a little dry, so I added more ganache and I continued to mix. Just watch as I do this. It's quite easy and quite interesting. Once I was fine that everything was good, I used my ice cream scoop so that all the balls will be the same, and I did roll balls out of this smashed cake. Just continue to watch. So like I said, I used my ice cream scoop so it would help me to get the same shape for all the balls for the cake pop. This was quite easy to do, so make sure you also have your gloves on because you want to stay clean, neat, and just make sure everything looks nice and clean. Just continue to watch as I do this. And if you haven't subscribed, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Once I was done, I let this sit in the refrigerator for 15 minutes while I went ahead to melt my candy melt. Melting the candy melts, I added shortening so as to lighten it for a bit. Then now I use the sticks for my cake pops and I just dip that into the candy melt and I stuck it to the cake pops. Once that was done, I let this sit again in the refrigerator for 5 minutes because you want the sticks to actually stick into the cake pops and actually stay there. So you have to do this step. Please don't miss this step. Make sure you do this step so that your sticks are not going to be shaking the cake pops and it's going to stick right in. So I did this for all, I did about 20 cake pops, and at this point in time I started dipping the cake pops into the candy melts, and now I let it sit for a little bit so everything drains out and it got to the shape or it got the look I wanted, and I kept that aside. I continued doing this for all the cake pops. At some point I decorated some, but for now let's continue to watch and we will get there. If you're here for your first time, please do not forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the notification bell. You're going to love it right here as I create content every week. I am Patty G's Cakes, aka Patience Muchu. So just continue to watch as I do this. If you hear my voice a little husky, I am sorry. I have a little cold. So again, please do not blame me for a bad voice. And hope you all had an amazing Christmas celebration. Hope you're well rested and ready for the new year. Here I had some gold sugar sparkles, so I just threw that over the cake pops. Again, after dipping it into the candy melt, do not let it cool down or get dry, because once it gets dry, it hardens up. Make sure you're putting over the sugar on a wet cake pop. I did the same thing with a pink edible sugar that I had in the house as well. Just continue to watch. I was trying to have different designs and all that, so even at the end of the video, you're going to notice I did different interesting things for the cake pops because I wanted everything to look nice and different. This one, I had some sprinkles at home, multicolor sprinkles also. So I did throw them over the cake pops. Remember, these cake pops have to be wet for you to continue. Now I had some plain cake pops. I just wanted to just play around some abstract design on them. I didn't want to put this in the piping bag because I wasn't going to do this for many of the cake pops. So I just used a spoon. I dipped the spoon in the melt and I just played over the cake pops to get abstract designs. The same thing I did with this purple colored candy melts. I colored some pink, colored some purple. Again, this was just to make something fun. Now I wanted to create a marble effect, so I did pour the pink one over the white one to see if I could create a marble effect. I noticed my pink wasn't a lot, so the marble effect wasn't outstanding like I wanted, but you can still do the same. And yep, just continue to watch. I added more and I continued to play around to create different designs for my cake pops. Again, just continue to watch. I made these cake pops for my daughter's 5th birthday. I wanted to do something interesting, so yep, why not? Now I poured over the purple candy melts as well as a little bit of pink to still continue to create the marble effect. Just watch as I do this. Look at that, don't you love it? I absolutely loved what I saw or what I was working with, so you can also do the same, right? Again, if to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I see all your comments. If I haven't responded to some of your comments, I am so sorry. It's been a very crazy busy period for all of us, so I am going to get back on them as soon as possible. Again, just continue to watch and tell me if this is something you've tried as a baker, if this is something you like to do in the future. It's also quite easy, so you might incorporate this to your treat table or your dessert table for your kids' event. Not only baking, but yeah, this was the final look of my cake pops. I think I made 17 or 18 cake pops in total, and this is how it looked like. I just loved how everything came together. So you're going to, the kids also loved it. The kids who had this for my daughter's birthday, they loved it. So I also made cakesicles as well as cake pops, and this was the treat table or the dessert table for the kids. I made the cake, I made the cupcakes, and it was a beautiful and magical 5th birthday for my daughter. If you missed last week's video where I shared with you how I decorated this cake for my goddaughter's 1st birthday, please check the link above to watch, and thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, life can get better. Eat cake to make it sweet. Until next week, bye.